G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Thought I'd actually do a quick video on Google Maps and how it can help you with your trip planning for your motorbike ride, either be multi-day or single day. As you can see, we've got a map here of Australia. It's an easy way to plan it. Very, very easy to use Google Maps, but there's a lot of information there's a couple of tips in here that you may not know. If you do, yep, shout out, let us know in the comments. If you don't know, please let us know that it's quite helpful. And yeah, let us know if this video has been of help. So first of all, you need a place to go. So let's figure out where you want to go. Let's use an example: the Flinders Ranges. That's where you want to head to, which is Hawker is the start of the Flinders Ranges. So as you can see, Hawker, you can click on it and say directions straight to Hawker. You can go straight in and go, look, oh, I really want to stay. If you look at these pink symbols, that's all accommodation. So let's use the Hawker Hotel Motel, which is quite popular with Flinders Ranges visitors. And they'll actually, if you click on a accommodation or a object, will actually bring up photos of the joint. But also with the accommodation ones, it'll actually bring you up some places where it'll actually give you all the sites that do specials like bookings and Expedia and Trivago if it's there. But also if you use this little tab here, that's actually direct with the hotel. So you're supporting the local business. So you can actually see if they've got availability. Some of them may go, look, we don't. But again, also you can click on the photos and it'll actually scroll through what the accommodation's like and see if it's worthwhile staying at. So definitely worth using that little tab. Now, if you go, yep, that's where I want to go, you go to directions and you click on directions and it'll actually on this left-hand side, it's going to give you a lot of information. You go, look, where's my starting point? So let's say you want to start from Sydney and you want to start from the Sydney Olympic Park. And what I'll do is I'll give you a quick overview, the quickest way there. Now, if you're from Sydney or New South Wales, you understand that up until about the first 3 hours, it's all freeway. So there are options, and we'll pan in here to give you a couple of options. There's two ways you can get around this. So if you don't want to go straight down the freeway and you want to make it adventurous with your adventure bike, or if you're on a road bike, you want some turns, you can go into options here on the left-hand side, click on options, and you can say, look, I don't want to go on any freeways and I don't want to go on any tolls. And it's going to adjust it. And as you can see, it's taking it off the M1 and taking it down there. Now, another way you can make sure you're doing a right route and actually make sure it's fun for you. If you scroll in and say, okay, we're going to use this road, it, whatever's dark blue is the map is the actual mileage and hours it's going to show you. But if you go into Yarra or to all these areas and you go, look, I don't really want to do that road. You can actually grab it and drag it, and it'll actually take it on another route for you. So, and you can actually make that route. So you can actually go, look, I just want to go through there. Another little tip, if you go, look, I'm not too sure if that route that I've just made is going to be suitable for the vehicle that I'm on. You can click on Street View, grab the little man, and he's going to have what's available. Sometimes it's going to bring up a picture. Sometimes it's going to, if Street View is available, you can actually click on right here as an example, and it'll bring up the intersection to see if it's going to be suitable or not. And you can pan and go, okay, that goes pretty much straight to dirt from there. I'm going to need an adventure bike or my road bike. I'm going to have to keep going straight along this Bitchman Road. Very, very easy to use. Very, very helpful. What another point is, if you go, look, I need to go to Hawker, but I need to narrow this down to one day. You can go, okay, what's going to be 1 day trip? And you can sort of play around with it a bit. And you can say, look, West Wyalong looks good. So you can go in here, find, go back a bit, find accommodation for you. So the West Wyalong Caravan Park, let's see if that's any good. What you can do is if you add stop, it'll actually bring it in sequence of the trip. You can get rid of Hawker if you wish, just as an example, and they'll tell you, look, oh, it's 470 k's. That's a great 1 day to go by. But you might go, look, the caravan park, is it as good as I think it is, or am I going to chance it? Again, using that street view, you can click on this and it's going to bring up all the street views that have been mapped with Google Street View. You can drag him down here and you can have a look at the caravan park and actually see if it's suitable. some by looking at the other photos, you might go, oh, that's out of my league. They've got some sort of cabins, or they don't. They have grassy area, or you can do a Google Map area of it too. So use that to your advantage. It's very, very helpful in planning. And as I said, if you find that, look, I need to get some fuel stops, or I want to see some things to do, these little up the top here, you can click on EV charging campsites. It'll actually bring it up to you. So if you're bringing in this area and you go, like, oh, I don't really want to stay at that caravan park, I might actually, I've got my camp gear, I might camp. What it'll actually do is I'll actually bring up the campsites for you. Very, very helpful. You can click on it. People who have actually previously done photos will actually, you can actually go through and see what it's like to see if it's worth camping. And this spot actually looks quite well. So you can actually see if it's got the facilities. So use that to your advantage, guys. And hopefully that helps. Now, once you've got your trip sorted, and you're like, I'm going to stop here. And then again, the next day is going, we can get rid of that. Want to add another stop. I think from West Wyland, the next one is Mildura, maybe. You may want to go to Mildura as an example. Great way to I do it as I plan trips, but then you can add another stop there and they'll actually bring up the trip for you. So once you've got your trip, either be a day ride or a multi-day ride, if you're going to send the directions to your phone, I'll actually send it to your email, or you can copy the link and email it to yourself. So use those advantages right there. So you can copy that, it copies it to a clipboard. And if it goes to your emails, you can send it through, or you can send directions to your phone, which I won't do because it's goes straight to my email address, which no one wants to see. But yeah, great way to use Google Earth. Let us know if there's any other tips that you think. But now once you send this to yourself, essentially what it does is once it's in your phone, it's saved. So you don't actually have to have reception once you've got those mapping in your Google Maps. It'll actually bring up it every day as long as you load it in reception. And once you go out of reception, it won't be there. You won't lose the map. So it's a great way if you haven't got something like Garmin Zumo or a GPS unit. You can actually put all these in, see if it's dirt road. You can Google Map it. You can scroll right down to a certain point on some roads, and we'll go as this one example, but it's only going to give you so much until you work out, yes, that is a dirt road, or it's a one lane bitumen and half dirt. So if you're on a road bike, it's great to use, but yeah, utilize the Google Maps to your advantage. Thanks, guys. Hopefully this helps.